Welcome along, everyone. Welcome back, and it's good to be back. We are here at the Italian Grand Prix for the ZRL Championship Division 2. With the new addition this week of a Division 3, which happens on Saturday nights. But we're back here for Division 2 at the legendary Monza circuit, the Temple of Speed. Only 11 turns here at this track, and it is truly the Temple of Speed. 2 DRS zones, although there could be 3. Top speeds, one of the highest on the calendar, and we are getting ready here as the green light is on and teams are getting ready to come out of the pit lane. And joining me for the second time this season is Josh Barnsley. How's it going, Josh? Are you ready for this race?
Oh, I'm ready for it. It's going to be a good Sunday, that's for sure.
It is indeed.
Temple of Speed, Monza. It's a great track, a hard track, but should be some good racing. That's for sure.
Yeah, and if real life is anything to go off of, obviously this league we try to match the races with the real life races on the same weekend, and well, quite the race we had today. We won't get
Yeah.
into any debates about because I'm sure we all have our different opinions about what happened. But not to worry though, we are here in Monza for Division 2, and it's gonna be quite the race. In real life, really, the slipstream, or I think we should talk about DRS, because in real life, DRS, the guys are running such low wings that DRS hardly changed anything, really. The drag that was being reduced, well, there was hardly any drag at all. So I wonder how much that's going to affect this game. I have no idea. Obviously, you can't change the size of your rear wings in this game. You can only change the angle of them.
Mhm.
But we'll see. We'll see. These guys will get some of the data open. So you guys can maybe see. So we can see the Red Bull is leading them all out of Flossen. Oh, there's a car stopped on track. I think he's just letting people out of the way. But it's Snoop Francis out first for this short qualifying session. 18 minutes to go. There's still a yellow flag. It looks like the Mercedes might actually be stopped on the middle of the track, but no, he's just letting everyone out of the way. So hop on board with Hunte, and that's cutting it close off the, or sorry, Snoop Francis, not Hunte. Snoop Francis cutting it close into turn 1, but that's the fastest line. If you can keep it within the track limits, you're going to notice that there's a lot of full throttle on this lap. And that is because there's only really 2 or 3 braking zones, heavy braking zones, that is.
Watching Kurtski right now. He's about to start his hot lap. I feel like he's going to be very fast on this track. He's pretty quick on most tracks, and I don't know. I feel like we should keep an eye on him, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and big lockup going into turn 1, but he's
Mhm.
kept his foot in and he's still going. Snoop Francis and the Ferrari of looks like Alex also starting their laps now. Yeah, I'd say Kurtzky's a really high up on the order here. He's going to be one to look out for the championship. Another looked like a bit of rear locking, but I can't. Maybe that's just an audio bug that we're getting. This game, as we can tell, maybe just by PSGL. There's been some issues, but we're going to try to work our way through them. Italy and PSGL was a bit of a mess, but
Yeah,
hopefully,
that was pretty crazy.
hopefully with the majority of these players being from North America and the host being from North America and ourselves being from North America, hopefully we can stay away from that desyncing issue.
Mhm.
But see, we're just changing some audio settings on the fly here, so bear with us as I change everything around a little bit.
Correct me
And
if I'm wrong. Ian, is this his first week racing in the league, or 'cause he is new, right?
yeah, so Ian is new. He's I believe he raced Division 3 yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Just as a stand-in, because the Division 3 has not yet been filled, so he may have been racing yesterday in Division 3. But yes, this will be his first race for Division 2, and yeah, as it stands, currently P2 behind Raptor.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing some like custom races with everybody in the league, and he's been in there, and he's definitely very, very fast. That 120 is not all he has. He can get some more out of that for sure.
Yeah, and HTCP one-upping Ian, going for a 120.0, and that's going to be a good lap. I think we're going to see
Ooh,
majority of these guys. Oh, there's been a collision already.
Alex,
Manley.
5 place grid penalty. That's gonna hurt. That's for sure. It's tough.
Oh, it must have been on the way to the pit lane.
Mm,
Yeah, look at that. I wonder if he's running to the back of the Red Bull. So that's going to suck for him. Obviously, grid penalties, unless we restart the session now, which we're not going to do because drivers already have their time set, we
mhm.
won't be able to remove that for them, which is unfortunate. The Red Bull going slowly there. Blossom, but it looks like he's just getting out of everyone's way and trying to build a gap here as PBJ gets out of the way. And he gets ready
Ooh.
to start his lap. Or maybe
HTCP.
come into the pit lane.
He almost just spun out.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
very close one. He just pulled it right back last second.
Yeah, it looks like he's back
Earned
off
his hot
too.
lap.
And the two AlphaTauris, let's take a look at them. Earl Jello being one of the newer, both of them actually being the newer of the Division 2 drivers. There's been some changing going on in the driver lineups. These two are a completely new team to what we saw in the first race of the season. And they are getting ready to go. It doesn't look like they're helping each other out at all. Kubikins has bolted and he's gone, and Drip Israel's retired from the session already. He stopped at the exit of Delaroggio, so I wonder if he's maybe clipped the curb on the entrance. That's been we'll get a driver on board here. Oh, he spun on the exit. Look at that on the right-hand side. So he's hit the gravel probably and just lost control. So no red flags obviously in this game. No VSCs in qualifying. So his car will just be cleared off the track once it is everyone is out of the way, and there it is, no longer on track. And Alex Axelized has validated this lap, so this is not going to count whatever he's doing. So yeah, that entrance to turn 4, Delaroggio, there seems to be some invisible bump on this game. We'll see if Snoop Francis can take you through the corner. So if you'd go all 4 wheels off, unlike that, if you took that corner a lot more of that curb, there's an invisible bump that seems to want to send you upwards and just launch you completely off the track. Now, whether that's intentional or not, we don't really know. We hope it isn't, because definitely not the most realistic part of this game. But yeah, so we saw, for those of you who watched maybe PSGL, that was proving to be a real challenge in qualifying, just because you can take that corner the same time, or the exact same way 2 times, and it might launch you one time and not the other. So they're going to be looking out for that as Hunte goes 129.6. I don't know if that's new, but he has just set a 129.6 and he's into the pit lane. So,
Yeah, that curb is definitely very deadly. It's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
yeah, and it's a bit of a gamble. It's not always up to the driver to take it well or not. It just seems to be random. So
Yeah, it's very weird.
I do expect more people to get into the 119s, especially drivers like Kurtzky and Kubikins. Adam Klein even can definitely do it. PBJ. So all of these guys are definitely capable of fast lap even without a tow. So it's just a matter of them getting the lap in. There's not too many corners here on this track, but each one of them counts. And Kubikins, looking earlier, set the 120.1, and it looks like his teammate backed off that lap after maybe invalidating. So we'll go on board with Hunte here for a hot lap once he gets to lap. Currently warming up his tires. Other drivers on track currently. Flossen has just started his lap, and there's a yellow flag there. It's just the 2 Mercedes drivers getting out of the way. And I wonder if we're going to see some teamwork here. Both Mercedes on their outlaps here, and Hunte currently in front, so I wonder if he's going to be helping his teammate with that slipstream, because it is very important around the Temple of Speed.
Oh yeah.
And so we'll go on board here with Hunte. starting his lap on what we assume is going to be a fresh set of soft tires. Oh, he lifted there, so he's okay. He's lifting, so he's definitely doing it to
he's
help
towing.
his teammate.
Yeah, he's
absolutely.
on 2 lap softs right now, so he's definitely just taking a lap to tow his teammate.
Yeah, so some teamwork going on here. PBJ also an unexpected, proven talent in this league. He entered the league not expecting to do anything special, but man, he's impressed a lot of people, and so this is really going to help him bump his way up the order here, as he's not going to want to get too close to his teammate, especially around the Lesmo, so it's going to make him lose a lot of downforce. They're running low wings as it is, but he's going to want to lose any more downforce than he has to, and this DRS zone is going to be crucial for him as he tucks into that slipstream behind his teammate and gains even more time as the player in there gets out of the way, and so does his teammate. And he was too close going into Ascari to keep that tow, but that's going to gain a lot of time for him for sure. So we'll see how that is. He's currently not purple, I don't think, in any of the sectors, but definitely gained a huge advantage with his teammate helping him out there.
Let's see what he'll get. Wow, P3.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that maybe just shows you the advantage of the slipstream.
Yeah, that tow really helps. Holy.
Yeah, I don't know if his original lap was impressive, but there you go, the Williams of Kurtzky 119.7, so that's about what we were expecting from him. But yeah, so obviously the teamwork is going to be crucial around here. Doesn't look like anyone else on track is getting helped. Oh, big moment from Hunte there. I don't think he was on or PBJ, sorry. I don't think he was on a push lap. You definitely can do 2 push laps around this track. And maybe that's what they were going for, but he is going to have to back off and maybe save fuel. Maybe he has enough fuel for one more. He was definitely, that's what he was doing. He has, you can tell by his battery, he was definitely going for 2 push laps in a row.
We have Ian coming out on he's on his out lap, about to start his hot lap on the mediums. I find that kind of odd, considering he's in 6 and he's trying to go up more, but...
So I've got, I just figured this out. I had no idea this was a feature, but during qualifying, we can see both the, we'll bring it up here. So if we go best and tire. So right now, this is the tire that everyone's on, and then this is the tire that everyone has set their fastest lap on. So we'll keep it on this, just for now, just to show you that Ian is the only driver in the top 10 to start, or who is currently going to start on the medium tire. Obviously, anyone in the top 10, anyone who finishes in the top 10 has to start the race on their best lap time tire during the qualifying session. And at the moment, it's currently Ian who's going to be on that opposite strategy. We're expecting it to be a one-stop, and that's a
Snoop Francis.
For Snoop Francis.
No run. That's 2 so far.
That's
it's very unfortunate.
Illegal blocking, so that's... I don't know about that, because that's blue flag related, so he was being shown blue flags. And I think the Haas behind him maybe was also not going fast. He's on his outlap right now, I think. Yeah, so TTF Desmond's on his outlap, so he got... Looks like he's been ignoring blue flags for a driver that's on his outlap. And there's a AlphaTauri going sideways down the track, and Dr. Xcode's retired from the session.
Whoa.
What is happening here? As there's a
little Jello in the AlphaTauri also went into the wall on sector 2, so that's not too good. He's gonna have to pit again.
Dr. Xcode losing it on the exit of Ascari, so he's out. Israel's out. And we are... It's quite the qualifying we've had already.
Yeah, pretty chaotic.
But look at that lap time from Kubikins, a 1:19.3.
Oh, wow. Just blowing Hunte away. That's...
That's going to be crucial.
That's crazy.
So, none of us have too much experience on Italy on this year's game, but if the DRS train there's anything to go by from real life, then Kubikins is in an insane position to be leading this race after lap 1. I don't know if this is going to be a back and forth thing for the top 2 drivers, just the one without DRS is. Oh, and there you can see right there by Snoop Francis the bump that occurs when you go over that curve. Which it certainly shouldn't.
If you take a look over at Hunte right now, it's looking like PPJ is setting up in front of Hunte, and they're going out on an outlap. He's trying to get that pole position for sure.
Yeah.
Just have to see if they do it properly, stay clean. That's always the scariest thing. If you crash into your own teammate, you could both get the 5-place grid penalty, and that's not good. So.
And interesting. So I think it was PBJ that was getting the tow from his teammate last time out, and because Hunte already has that second place on the front row, and PBJ's down to 6 now, they're gonna try it again with Hunte out with PBJ out in front. Oh, so no. Sorry, Hunte is gonna be being towed by his teammate. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So they are taking turns.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's definitely going to need it for this. And it looks like he's also only going to tow him down the start-finish straight and then let him go for the rest of the lap. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what the plan is here. And PBJ is going to block his teammate. Interesting.
That didn't seem too good.
Yeah, that didn't work at all.
And they both went off. That's terrible.
So that wasn't the best planning from them. That's not what we expect to see. Both of these guys are extremely quick, especially on a track like Monza, where they're playing the team game. So they're going to have to go again. They do have time to get around the track for one more lap. They're just going to have to be quick. But it looks like PBJ is already dropping back and is losing places. So maybe he's looking to get a tow off this Alpine. We're just going to have to wait and see. There's a yellow flag. It looks like a possible AlphaTauri stopped on track. He's letting the drivers go, though. So nothing to worry about, and PBJ is doing the same as there's an Alfa Romeo behind them, who's also on a cooldown lap, it looks like. Maybe not. So we can get rid of this. So there's the gaps. Pretty close, really, between the top 10. The top 9 only separated by 9/10 of a second. We're going to take a look here and see. Adam Klein has pipped PBJ just by a couple milliseconds. And there goes Ian up to P2 with a 1:19.3 as well. So PBJ starts his flying lap. It looks like Hunte has as well. They're both going to be going for a lap. I don't know if Hunte has... looks like he's on a push lap, but PBJ, his teammate, isn't going to have a slipstream for this final lap. And Snoop Francis is parking his car right in front. I don't know which one of these guys is on a hot lap. Hunte definitely looks like he is. And so KTF Desmond and Rivas, while both Haas drivers won't be able to improve, they are done. Earl Jello and Rivas also done. Axelized is done. Alex Money crosses the checkered flag for P12. Kurtzky and Adam Klein crucially cannot improve, so that's the best for them. And wow, Hunte absolutely just going for it there on Snoop Francis. It looks like he was not wasting any time. I think they're both on their flying laps, but Hunte wasn't having it. Overtakes into Ascari, and
it seemed like that Red Bull was kind of slowing Hunte down up in the first sector. So I feel like Hunte was not too happy about that.
And he didn't improve. He was about a 10th off, or actually no, that is his best time. So he did improve, but wasn't able to gain any position. So that's the end of qualifying for him. Kubikins doesn't improve, but he stays P1 as it stands. So the only man who can deny it would be Raptor at the moment, who is currently doesn't look like he'll be improving his lap time. He is off the track. So I think that is pole position for Kubikins. No one else is able to match him. Ian can match him, actually, and some of the other guys are pretty close, but P1 for him, P15 for his teammates. So there won't be much of a team game from him going into the race here in a couple moments. And that's it for qualifying here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll run you through the order. But yeah, quite the qualifying session. A couple of shocks to be not starting in the top 5 that we thought maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely quite the qualifying session.
So yeah, Kubikin's on pole position for the first time this season, with Ian, another newcomer to the league, right behind him. Some stunning laps from those guys. A 19.3. Not easy to go that fast when you only have a couple chances. Hunte and HTCP not far behind. Raptor, Kurtzky, and the 2 Williams drivers 5 and 6, with Adam Klein closely behind them with a 119.8. PBJ, Axelized, and Snoop Francis rounds off your top 10 with Snoop Francis and Alex Money both getting grid penalties some point during that qualifying session. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're getting ready here for the start of the race. On the formation lap, and we're just getting some news in here. It looks like Snoop Francis got that 5th-place penalty as a result of running into TTF Desmond. So we're not too sure how it happened, but that is what happened. And we are getting set here for the start of the Italian Grand Prix. Actually, 20 drivers here today. I think that's I don't know if we've had a full grid for a race start so far. So 20 drivers.
I'm pretty sure this time.
20 drivers and 27 laps here. A half-distance race, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be. Hopefully, we won't get stuck in a DRS train for the whole time. I think this game offers more to those long straights than just a DRS train. I think we're going to see tire life and ERS management play a huge role in this race here. Well, running through the tires. There you go. As you can see, everyone in the top 10 setting their laps on the soft compound tires, and although it says 0 laps for all those tires, they did do their qualifying laps, at least 1 lap on those tires, and that 1 lap also includes an in-lap and an out-lap. So they're not brand new, fresh, soft tires, although anyone in the bottom 10 or could all be on soft tires. We don't know for sure, but so DRX Code, TTF Desmond, Israel, KTF Desmond, Alex Money all starting on the medium, so they think either it's going to be a one-stop medium hard, or they're going to try to extend with the medium and stop late for a soft tires and take the softs to the end. We're going to see, though, as Cody Carter, interesting that he's starting 20th, so I wonder if he had an issue in qualifying. Or you know what? We had 19 drivers during qualifying, so he must have joined late and wasn't able to settle lap.
Late comer. Yeah.
Because I remember we had Cubs in 19th near the end of qualifying. So yeah, he's late to this party, and he missed qualifying. He won't be able to put a lap in, and so he'll be at the back of the grid. It's going to be a recovery drive for the Alfa Romeo driver as he rounds the final corner and takes his spot on the grid. And for the 7th time this season, we line up on the grid, this time in Italy, and we look to the front of the field. 5 red lights are on. They're held for a while, and it's lights out, and away we go. And right off the bat, Flossen jumps to start. Yes, they were held for a long time at the Kubikins already down to third place. Hunte up into first. Ian holds position, but it's a crucially for the lead of the race. Hunte is up into first place, and Kubikins drop down to third place. There's wheel banging in the background from Raptor and HTCP. There's a yellow flag already, and it looks like
it's going off track.
DRX Code is spun round, and he's down into 18th already. PBJ still in 7th place. Adam still in 8th, and crucially, Kubikins down to 3rd off the start. So I wonder what's happened for him. Flossen's got a drive-through penalty for that jump start. They were held for a long time at the start of the race. So yeah, drama opening up here as we still have DRX Code and Revis losing positions as well. It looks like HTCP is down into 6th place already, so I wonder what's happened to him. He's losing positions to the Williams drivers as he's got PBJ behind going into Ascari. This is going to be a close one. Down the hill, no DRS on this lap until lap 3. Into the braking, he is ahead, and he's going to take that going into Ascari. PBJ is going to have to back out of it on this time. So yeah, drama at the start.
Wait, a first lap already? Holy! That's a start right there.
Looks like Israel and KTF Desmond have had some sort of moment, and they have both dropped down. Cubs has maintained position. Same with Cody Carter. Has moved up 1 position. DRS is already enabled, and I think this is where we're going to start to see some race-changing issues happen already.
Going into lap 2? And we're already on lap 3.
We are on lap 2, but the timing screen would like to tell you otherwise. So we're going to have to see. Hunte's already pulled out a gap on the... Or, sorry, Ian has pulled out a gap, but right behind him we have... This is going to make commentating quite more difficult as you can see here. We are having some of the timing issues that plagued PSGL earlier this week, and I'm afraid it's going to happen again, as the developers of this game don't seem to care too much about their multiplayer scene. But we're just going to have to live with that, I guess, for the time being. It looks like Flossen has dropped all the way back, so he's wasted no time. He's already served his penalty. Hunte's going wide through the gravel. Hunte is off. Hunte's out of the race.
Oh!
On lap 3, and he's parked it on the left side of the track, and it looks like that's going to be a virtual safety car, as we'll go to Israel, who is currently ghosted for some reason, as he rounds the final corner of Ascari, and there is a Mercedes parked on the middle of the road. And so that's it for Hunte. He's lost it out of the exit, and that's going to do it for his race.
Wow.
So yeah, all of that good progress right at the start. He jumped 2 drivers off the start up into first place and led the first 2 laps, and it looks like we are back to interesting. It says we're lap 2 now. Oh yeah, so this timing screen is good now. We are back, and lap 3 for real this time. But for Hunte, it's game over for him. He's out of this race, and not for the first time this season. He's pushed it just that little bit too hard early on, and it's cost him dearly indeed. But we're only getting a VSC, interesting enough, for this race. I think we did turn down the safety car frequency after last weekend's. We had a couple of incidents, and it kind of ruined the race, at least for Division 1. But we are green, and Ian leads the way here for the first time this season, and he's already pulled out 3 seconds to Kubikins behind. So I wonder what's happened there to the AlphaTauri, with 2 Williams chasing him down, and it looks like Alex Money has had a moment here, and he is facing backwards out at the exit of the second Lesmos, and so he's gonna have to get going again. His tires are gonna be really hot though, and we have someone retired.
Ferrari out.
The Ferrari is out at their home race into the wall at the exit of Ascari. And that's Axelized out of the race, and he is pretty far off the track. I don't think we'll get another VSC. So that's another driver out of the race early on. And,
the exit of that is very tough. If you hit that left-hand curb on the exit, your car just goes bouncing and you lose all control. Which looks like that's what happened to him as well.
Yeah.
Same thing with Hunter.
Little yellow speed bumps right on the right-hand side of the curb, and yeah, they can be nasty, especially it just unsettles the car for that exit, and yeah, and that looks like a drive-through for Israel. drive-through penalty. I'm not quite sure what from, but he's back out on the track, and luckily does not look like we have any issues with the timing screen. So yeah, let's take a deep breath here. Lots of action with only 3 completed laps.
Yeah, crazy race so far. That's
Yeah, Alex Money into the pits.
pretty wild.
And then it was Clausen who served that drive-through penalty for the jump start. But yeah, I've never seen. That's probably the longest start I've ever seen in this game. I'm hoping that wasn't a server issue or some sort of connectivity issue where everyone had a delayed start. It looks like they really just got held for that long because Clausen did get that penalty. Bottom 2 drivers currently on mediums. They're going to be. I doubt they'll make it to the end. They'll probably want to hope for another safety car late in the race. So yeah, HTCP, however, still, it looked like for a second he was going to stop the track, but he's not. He is continuing in 5th place. And look at the gap between Ian and Kubikins has dropped down. We missed it.
Ready.
He's dropped down into 3rd. And Raptor up into 2nd, but look at Ian. Ian's nowhere in sight for this. A couple of cars behind between Raptor and HTCP. They're all very close together, but Ian has absolutely gapped them already. So it's incredible stuff here. Let's look back to Kubikins, who is right on the tail of Raptor. Going into Ascari. This is a really tricky corner for these guys. When they start to get high deg on their tires, Ascari is going to be a challenging corner for sure. As we watch on board now, DRS should be enabled at the end of this lap.
Ooh, Ian's the fastest lap.
1:21.5. That is absolutely flying. I don't think we've ever seen. I mean, I've never seen race laps like that. Real life is a lot slower than that. That's for sure. And a big lockup from Kubikins there, rear locking, but he is he's still going, and so it doesn't look like DRS has been enabled yet. So it should be enabled on the end of this lap, or maybe it has been enabled already and I just haven't realized. So Rivas in the pits. I think he is serving a penalty. I could be wrong, and there's that invisible bump again that the driver's gonna have to watch out for. Yeah, that's really annoying, and it's just the way it is, though. There's not much we can do. Earl Jello has left the session, so it's currently his AI driving for him, which is against the rules of this league, only if it's done intentionally. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But at the front, Kurtzky, HTCP, both very close behind the top 3. Look at this. There's a very close gap in between them, and it looks like Kurtzky's going to have a go here at Kubikins with ERS. Axel Ice has left the session. He retired earlier on, and it doesn't look like he's close enough. I think Kubikins might be running slightly lower downforce, but that's not going to stop Kurtzky from making a move here into Parabolica, and it's close. That was a close move from both of them, but DRS has been enabled, and this is where the train is going to start. But for Raptor, he's so far behind Ian. He's a sitting duck for Kubikins in front of him, and he's going to look to the outside. Little lock up at the brakes and tries to go around the outside, but won't be able to do it on this occasion. But Kurtzky is just watching this from behind and hoping that something happens between these two that will gain him a position. We're going to look now to Kubikins going into Dell'Orazio. He's too far behind on this occasion, and that looked like a corner cut. That's going to give him get 3 warnings, get a 3-second penalty. And I'm expecting to see a lot of those in this race, but nothing yet so far. Raptor holds on to 2nd place, and 5.6 seconds now the gap between Ian and Raptor. Absolutely insane from the new Alpine driver.
Ian's just ripping away with this. This is crazy.
He is walking away with his first win of the season as it stands in his first ever race for Zoom Racing League. But we're going to keep an eye on it. It looks like KTF Desmond's lost the place to Cody Carter, who's made up a couple of places, starting from last on the grid. He's still on the same tires. He has yet to make a pit stop, and he has already gained almost 8 places. So great stuff from him on that recovery drive, not being able to take part in qualifying. But this looks like it's going to be it for Raptor, as Kubikins opens up the DRS, looks behind him, and Raptor is in third place as Rivas has retired from the session. And what's happened there?
DNF over in Sector 2 must have oversteered into the wall. I don't know.
Yeah, on the exit of the second Lesmos.
Yeah.
Look at this. We're going to see it on board with Alex Money. Yeah, just lost it on the exit. And the Aston Martin in the wall. Unfortunate for him. We are going to have a full safety car as well. Earl Jello.
That's very unfortunate for Ian. 5-second gap, and it just all goes away.
Yes, but this is going to... Yeah, this is definitely
Kobykins with a drive-through penalty. You could see him slamming on his brake over in Sector 2 because he saw that he was going over. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Speeding through a safety car, isn't that a drive-through?
It is. He's got a drive-through penalty for that incident, speeding under the safety car.
Yeah.
So that's gonna crucially, it's gonna help Kurtzky and some of these other guys, HTCP and PBJ, who are looking to make up places. That's gonna he can't. He has 3 laps to serve it, so he'll have to serve it, you'd think, after the safety car comes in.
Oh, he's pitting now. He's not allowed to pit. He can't serve it during safety car.
So he's going to have to pit for new tires right now and going to have to serve his penalty later. Look at this. So you see the AlphaTauri guys are ready for him with fresh mediums, it looks like. Hard tires, actually. He's going on the hards.
Yeah.
So he's out of the pits, but he's going to have to come right back in as soon as the safety car comes in.
Yeah.
So currently, Ian is just approaching the safety car now out of the exit of turn 1. Looks like lots of action in the pit lane. We'll get the tires up, everyone going to the mediums, and yes, that's absolutely the right thing to do with soft tires dropping off around this point.
I think Kobykins is just hoping that since he knows that he has the drive-through, he's going to lose a lot of time, and the best way to counter that is put on the hards and just keep going, not have to pit again.
Yeah, I think that's it could be the right call. We'll have to wait and see. Earl Jello, another driver to go on the hard tires, as well as Cubs and Flosson. There's a Mercedes going forward, but he is catching back up. And man, quite the chaos in the pit lane. So I do want to keep an eye on Kobykins here just to see when he's going to make this call, because he has to serve. What I don't know is if he has three laps to serve this drive-through penalty, but the laps count if it's under the safety car, because he can't pit during those during the laps under the safety car.
I would think it's 3 laps under racing.
Yes,
because that wouldn't really be fair.
That makes sense too. If we think back to Italy in 2020 with Lewis Hamilton's 10-second stop-go penalty, he did laps under the safety car and then pitted 3 laps after. So yes, that's correct. So Kobykins will have 3 laps once the safety car comes in to take his stop-go penalty, or his drive-through penalty rather. So yeah, we're just gonna have to hold on here for a second. Unfortunately, there's no replay feature, live replay feature in this game yet. So there's not much we can do to fill in this time here and maybe show you what's happened with some of the other guys. But what we can tell you is what we have popping up on our screens here. So yes, we already said Snoop Francis did get that drive-through qualifying as a Haas maybe blocked him on his flying lap, or maybe it wasn't on his flying lap. Kobykins going off the track there.
Wonder what just happened there.
We're currently just waiting for the final 2 drivers, Alex Money and Flosson, to come in. But nonetheless, the safety car should be in at the end of this lap. And we will be back with some action. And then we'll just have to tough it out for this lap and watch some of these guys go around the track with the nice Mercedes AMG car taking the curb there, which they can do when you have a GT suspension. Not so much in a Formula 1 car, though. And so it looks like everyone has caught up to the rest of the field. And so we'll be waiting and waiting and waiting until the safety car comes in, and it's just around Ascari, or maybe the exit of Ascari with the message that safety car will come in. So yeah, Earl Jello is on the hard compound tires. So I'm wondering when maybe the mediums are going to start dropping off. They obviously aren't going to take too much wear under the safety car. So they're going to have about 17 laps to race, and there you go, as we can see at the top of the screen. Safety car is in this lap, and so these guys are going to be... oh, Kubikin's off the road. Oh, that could have been nasty if he had been... He can get overtaken while he's off the road, so he has to be watching very careful about that. So Ian is going to back up the field, and he's just going to wait as Kubikin's... it's going to want to make an impact here early on in this safety car restart. Ian is not going to go. He's going to try to avoid towing the rest of the field as long as he can. But now he's gone. He's bolted.
And he just jumps it.
Especially on those mediums. And Kubikin's wasting no time at all. And look at that. That's a penalty right there. You can't do that in this game, even in Division 2. You're allowed to use pit assist, but that is a slam dunk penalty right there. So Kubikin's getting the drive-through penalty, and he's most likely going to get a 5 or 10 second penalty after this race as well. He goes onto the medium tires, and he's going to come out and...
Wow. But that doesn't serve your drive-through, does it?
No, it doesn't at all, or does it?
I don't think it does.
No,
you drive through.
He still
You
has
drive
to go
through.
back in.
Yeah, your drive-through is an actual drive-through. You can't pit. Oh, that's.
So what's happened there? Kubikin says.
I wonder if that's a issue between like Jeff, or
I have no idea.
if he wanted to do that. That's weird.
Well, I think I don't know what was the thought process there, because oh, it looks like something's happened with Kurtzky's down into 7th place. And he's wheel to wheel with PBJ, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. But it looks like everyone is still going. Cody Carter may have had a moment that's undone all of his progress. But Kurtzky, through Ascari, is very, very close to PBJ, looking for a move. And Earl Jello's dropped one more place. And both Hasses in the top 10. Let's see if they can stick it out. But oh, look at that! Oh, that's really close between these two drivers, and Alex Money has DNF from the race. And oh, there's contact ahead in the Red Bull of Snoop Francis. Has made contact there with the
virtual safety car again.
And Alex Money's out of this race on the exit of Ascari. And yeah, as you say, VSC and sorry, lots of things have just happened in front of me. I'm kind of trying to cover everything at once.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Israel's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, although Kubikins can apparently fly into the pit lane at 500 miles an hour.
Did he not get a penalty for that?
No, not at all, because he's got...
Really?
It's the pit assist feature, which...
oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I'm pretty sure the league gives a penalty for that later on,
exactly.
right?
That's what we think is going to happen. That's what I was saying right as he came in, because you can't do that. Even you can use pit assist, but you can't use it to gain an advantage, which is exactly what's happened right there. So...
But this is perfect. This virtual safety car is perfect for like Dr. X Code, the Desmond brothers.
Lawson is out of the race.
Oh.
On the entry to, look at that. He's in the wall on the exit of Dell'Orazio, but it's not even on the exit. It's further down the road. So what's happened to him?
How does that even happen?
Oh my goodness! So much has happened.
We are
man. Currently in green, so the green flags are being waved. We are back into racing speed, and Ian has already pulled a 3.5 second gap again. So he's not wasting any time at all. He's currently on the medium tires, as is everyone else. DRX Code is started.
3 wide. Wow.
DRX Code, where at the front?
Yeah, Dr. X Code. They were going 3 wide.
Look at that, into the final, into the first corner. The Red Bull pushing the Williams off the track. Look at that. This is some great racing. Kurtzky's dropping down the order, though. Kurtzky's down into 7th place. Sorry, we've missed that here. There's a lot going on my other monitors here. Lots of stuff happening. I'm sorry that we missed a bit of that action, but wow.
The Temple of Speed is crazy.
Yeah, the Temple of Speed is living up to its name at the moment, and as you can see, Kubikins is coming into the pit lane for that stop, and it looks like, yes, so he served his drive-through penalty, he's kept those tires, and we look back to Snoop Francis and the rest of the field, who are very close indeed. Adam Klein getting very racy indeed, up into 6th place already. And look at that, Red Bull pulling out to the outside, they're going in. Oh, and that was very close, and DRX Code has to run a little wide there to avoid making contact. But this is where these guys on these fresh mediums are going to be so racy in these corners. Obviously, this whole track really is just hard acceleration and hard braking. I know it sounds ironic that that's somehow different from what these guys are used to, but it is truly a temple of speed here in Monza. And Snoop Francis is going to have DRS to help him get past Dr. Xcode, and he's going to do it down into turn 1. But behind him, Kurtzky's looking for a move as well. And Kurtzky's going wheel to wheel, and Dr. Xcode outbrakes himself, and he's going to have to go wide and concede that position. But Kurtzky goes wide as well! So behind the field here, we've got multiple drivers struggling for traction, it looks like. I'm not sure what's happened. DR Xcode is on those old
Snoop
tires.
just pulls away.
Yeah, and that's going to help the Red Bull driver a lot. Kurtzky down into 8th place. So, not what he wanted to have happen at the safety car restart, and PBJ is getting extremely close, excuse me, to the car in front, DRX Code in the Ferrari. And look at the traction he's getting out of the first Lesmo. Let's see how it is out of the second Lesmo. Equally as good. I'm sorry, I'm coughing over my own excitement. This DRX Code has DRS on Adam Klein, as does PBJ. Oh, and look at that. Oh, that's some early braking from DRX Code, and it caught PBJ out. It looks like in Williams, Kurtzky is going to get past as well. And so PBJ is now down into 8th place. The top 8 are absolutely sending it on these early stints. And,
there's a Haas
in the wall. There's a Haas in the wall.
The Desmond brothers.
He's out of the race. And so that's a VSC as well. And that's
Alright, if Dr. Xcode doesn't pit here, he's crazy. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so that's a that's a gift for DRX Code. And Kurtzky as well coming in on 5-lap old medium. I wonder if Kurtzky's got wing damage. I guarantee that's what it is. Because he it did look like he had contact with the oh no, he's not. He's not. He's going onto the soft tire. So he's going to take the soft tire.
He's going to try to push it this long.
8 laps. So that's probably around the length. So if they're new tires, then he's definitely making the right decision here. Just as the green flags are being waved, and he is back out at racing speed. He's only lost about 3 or 4 places in that VSC, whereas without the VSC, he probably would have lost a couple more. He probably would have been last, actually, out of the finishing drivers so far. Let's go back up to the front of the field, though, because it looks like KTF Desmond is very close indeed to PBJ. I mean, he's going to have DRS on this straight.
KTF Desmond is on 14-lap old mediums, and he didn't pit there. I'm wondering what his strategy is here. Like, he's going to have to pit right away, and he's going to lose a bunch of positions.
Oh, yeah, because he did start the race on those tires. So, yeah, that maybe was an error strategically from him. He is fallen behind. Oh, he's just under that 1 second gap that he needs to get DRS down the straight. And even if he's not racing PBJ for the position, he's definitely going to want to stay ahead in case something happens later on in this race. And getting that DRS is going to be crucial every lap of this race as long as he can. And it looks like he has got it for this occasion. Yes, he does. And we'll look back up to Snoop Francis here, who is look at the gaps now. I think this is where the fields are going to start to spread out. KTF Desmond is super close to PBJ, actually. And there's some close racing behind. Israel is within half a second of Cody Carter, so he's going to get DRS on this lap. He's going to have ERS as well, and is he going to go for a move here on Cody Carter, who's going to be a lot slower than him down the start-finish straight. And they both go a little deep into the corner, but it's okay, and it looks like Israel's got a better line coming out of turn 2. And now it's a drag race down to the Dell'Orologio chicane. Drip Israel is going to have slightly better straight line speed behind the Alfa Romeo, and he's going to go for it down the inside, and there's contact! There's contact, and he spin rounds! And that's Israel down 2 places, and as that happens, KTF Desmond picks up a penalty for track limits. But the Aston Martin driver is now down into last place, currently P14. Out of the drivers still racing here, and that was almost imminent. We knew it was going to happen. I mean, as we've seen in real life, it's no different. There is not space for 2 cars going into Dell'Orologio, and we've seen it here. And
yeah, it's so hard to get 2 cars going through there. Like, somebody needs to back off eventually.
And so
Otherwise, you're gonna have a car on top of the other.
yes, and we have seen that as well, not
Yeah.
just in PSGL, but in real life as well, as there's a ghosted car in front of Cubs, which we have also seen one too many times in league racing. But I don't. Earl Jello left the session earlier, so I wonder if it's still his AI driving. In which case, he will be disqualified, and that position will be lost to the drivers behind him. So yes, it looks like AI is probably driving for him, which is instant disqualification for obvious reasons. So Cubs and Kurtzky will get by him with relative ease, and he'll be falling down the order most likely pretty soon. Ooh, so let's take a breath here. Let's go over to Adam Klein in the Alfa Romeo. Not quite in DRS range on PBJ. He is pretty close behind him. Maybe pick up a little bit of an advantage with that slipstream. And Flossen leading the session after not finishing this race. Wow.
And we got KTF Desmond pitting finally on his 17-lap old medium.
Let's see what he
hopefully
goes on to. Hopefully the soft tires, and it is going to be the soft tire for the American driver with the American team. And he comes out of the pits on the soft tires. Let's see where he comes out, though. Will he be able to challenge? It looks like the Aston Martin of Israel is going to be the car he's racing. Oh no, he's actually a lot further ahead than I thought, and he's just going to tuck in behind the AlphaTauri. HTCP's out of the race. HTCP, the podium finisher, as it stands, is parked on the middle of the track and is out of this race at the exit of the second Lesmo. That is not what we were expecting to see, and it's going to be a full safety car as that car is parked in the middle of the track. And oh my goodness, that's HTCP out of the race. That's another one of our top drivers for these crucial point positions for this championship, and that is now 2 championship caliber drivers out of this race. And as you can see, the DNF sign with HTCP's name on it dropping down the order, and a full safety car for that incident. And man, that's a real shame for him. He's an incredibly fast driver, as are most of these guys, but sometimes you push just a little bit too hard and it bites you, especially around this circuit. Unforgiving curbs, unforgiving corners. All of the top 5 drivers are coming into the pit lane for new softs, and I think that's going to be the right call here. They're so far ahead of everyone else that Kurtzky, I think, he already has close to fresh softs, so interesting, will be making up positions.
I think a big thing with this track is yeah, it is an easy track, but at the same time, it's a difficult track, you know? There's a lot of straightaways where it's just pedal to the metal and you just go straight, pretty much.
Yeah,
but then you get to the chicanes and those little turns, and over, I don't know, 27 laps or something, you stop paying attention to those little things, and one small mistake can be really crucial. Which I think that's what's happening with, like, HTCP, like, a bunch of, like, Hunte, like, all these, like, top guys in the league.
I'm just hearing now that Earl Jello has been having connectivity issues. He's been racing against AI for 5 laps. So on his screen, everyone else seems to be disconnected, but for us, it's just him. So he's having some connection issues, and that's why you've seen him ghost through a couple of the guys. And so yeah, as you were saying, absolutely, this track, although 11 corners doesn't seem like it's going to be the most technical track on the calendar. I mean, maximizing these corners is absolutely crucial for the long straights that follow them.
Yeah.
And so for PBJ and KTF Desmond pitting for soft, most of the field really, over half of them pitting for new, fresh softs. So Kurtzky, who's already done 3 laps on his softs, is going to have that track position for the restart. And the 3 hard runners, as you can see, Cubs also seems to be having some connection issues. But hopefully that won't affect them. They're going to be ghosted for the restart, as the timing screen is just going to sort itself out right about now, and you can see Earl Jello having some problems there with the connection. That's not so much a game issue, that's just a user connectivity issue. So yeah, the hard runners, Earl Jello was one of them, so now he's drop down.
Hmm.
But yes, for Cubs and DRX Code, they're going to get eaten alive on this restart. So I'm really surprised that they're going to sacrifice the tires for that track position. So I want to know, Adam Klein pitted for mediums. So I wonder if he didn't have any fresh softs left, if he used them all in qualifying. So he's not going to have enough, or he's not going to have soft tires that everyone else will for this restart. So this is going to be an interesting restart for sure.
Adam and Cody, both of the Alfa Romeros.
So
That's interesting.
I'm starting to think that they use them all in qualifying, and whatever softs they
Yeah.
have left are going to last 7 more laps, or 9 laps since they pitted. And I think the safety car should be in this lap going to the field. You can see the drivers warming up their tires, their new fresh soft tires. They're going to, yeah, as you can see, safety cars in this lap.
We'll see if Ian will be able to catch the guys off of, maybe they're not paying attention again, because he's been doing that every time on the restart.
Yep.
Just getting a bit of a gap on the start, and then it's really, gives him no chance to catch up.
Yeah, and especially around Monza, you don't want to be giving a tow to the rest of the currently 12 cars behind Ian. And he does not going to want to give a single one of them a tow. As you can see, his safety car is out of sight as it pulls into the pit lane, and Ian is just going to be using this time to keep his tires warm and not give Raptor, the 2 Williams drivers behind him, a tow. It's going to be close, and he's gone around the exit of Parabolica. He's bolted, he's gone, and 5-second penalty to Earl Jello for causing a collision with KTF Desmond, and I think that's a connection issue, as Earl Jello is nowhere near that Haas driver. But the positions stay the same. Cubs has lost 1 position and is getting eaten alive, as we predicted on those hard tires. It's not going to give them the traction out of the corners, but as it stands at the moment, the top 4, top 5 stay the same. Adam on those medium tires is holding his own against DRX Code on 5-lap-old hard tires. Interesting that I think the safety car really didn't help him there, as it was deployed right after he got out of the pit lane. So unfortunate for DRX Code, but Ian is going to hopefully pull away here from Raptor, but Raptor's going to want to put pressure on Ian because his teammate behind him is going to have a harder time near the end of this race. Yeah, PBJ.
Big overtake on Dr. X Code. Two of those 2 turns, I can't remember what they're called, honestly, but yeah, dangerous turn.
Yeah, well, they're all dangerous if you...
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Especially in qualifying, it's as we can tell by the amount of DNFs we've had. It's rather unusual. We normally these guys. They know what they're doing, so it's not an issue of bad driving per se. It's just pushing that a little bit too hard on high fuel, especially, is it's very punishing indeed. As Ian sets a 120.4, and that's incredible, really, because that's hardly a second off his qualifying time. A 120 or a 119.3, so 1.1 seconds off his qualifying time on this low fuel.
That's crazy.
Fresh tires, and Raptor's gonna. I think Williams is the best. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Here's a yellow flag. It looks like DRX Code is dropping down the order, as maybe had an issue going into turn 1, but the track is clear. And so crucially for Williams. Oh, there's a Haas in the. That's Adam Klein in the wall. Adam Klein's in the wall. He's rejoining the track. And I think ghosting got turned on for this session, so he's able to rejoin the track without waiting for everyone. But yeah, Adam Klein in the wall.
Oh, I thought he was about to cause a huge crash.
Look at his wing. Wait, did he hit the wall?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, okay. We were looking down the track from the first Lesmo down to backwards basically. It looked like he hit the wall, but he didn't, so he's going to be able to keep going. That's a big shame for Adam Klein. He was doing so well to keep that position, especially on those medium tires. We know that the softs are going to be so fast on this low fuel, and unfortunately for him, he's going to have to fight his way back to points. But yeah, so as I was saying, Williams is in an amazing spot right now. They may not win this race, but look at this. Even Kurtzky, who chose to stay out on those older soft tires, and it's gonna play perfectly into their hands because Raptor is just gonna pull him along to the finish line, and it's absolutely perfect strategy for them. Oh, but look at him, he's off. He's off. Kurtzky has had a moment, and he's off into the polystyrene blocks there on the runoff area. So he's had a big snap of oversteer. Earl Jello gets another penalty for track limits. I think that may only be his first track limits penalty. But yeah, so now Kurtzky's going to have to make up that time so he can get within a slipstream range against his teammate, so that they can help each other out here, as Ian has already pulled, again, a 3.2 second gap behind. He is absolutely flying on this lap, and then we have a yellow flag here, and that's Israel, who's spun around. He's gone backwards onto the track. He's got to be careful, though. Oh, and that's that right there is exactly why ghosting is turned on in league racing. That could have been a nasty incident between those two drivers. And obviously, I don't think we need any more DNFs than we already have. We are introducing, I think it's a good time to bring this up as Snoop Francis looks for a move on Kurtzky down the start-finish straight. So we are shortening this season. We only have a couple more races left. And that is Earl Jello, who is spun on the exit of Ascari, and that's brought out the yellow flag. Snoop Francis getting past Kurtzky, crucially, for this podium position. That big snap of oversteer to the first corner on the beginning of this lap, or beginning of last lap, sorry, is given up that, has hurt him basically in the long run, and it's given that position to Snoop Francis, who now takes that final podium spot, but he has a 3-second penalty, of course, for track limits. So unless he can prove it after the race, it's looking like a Williams 2-3 for the moment, as PBJ as well is within DRS range of Kurtzky in front. So yes, as I was saying before, sorry, it's a lot of work here.
A lot going on.
These guys are too good. They're giving us too much action. I can't talk. But yeah, so as I was saying, we're shortening this season, and we're going to be doing things a little differently going into the next season. Season 2 is going to, we're going to see another shortened calendar. We're going to see a different point system. So basically, the idea is that everyone who finishes the race will get points. So that obviously is, it's for, if we take this race, for example, Cubs, Israel, and Jello are going to get rewarded that way for finishing the race. And we think it's going to give a more fair opportunity to drivers who maybe aren't as fast as the top guys, but are still consistent. So that way they can get constructors and drivers championship points. Because as it would stand at the moment, Cubs, Israel, Jello would all be getting points for their hard work during this race. And there's a bit of a moment there for PBJ going deep into turn 1. And Earl Jello falling down the order. I wonder if it's maybe still his AI racing. He isn't ghosted, so it looks like he is back after dealing with those connection issues. But look at the train, Kubikin, or between Raptor, or Snoop Francis and Kubikins, it's 4 cars or 3 cars. 4 cars, all within about 2 seconds, more or less. And they're all going to have DRS, and let's see if we can maybe get a move here going PBJ on Kurtzky and Kurtzky on Snoop Francis. They're all within, these two are within about a second of each other. And look at the exit there.
PBJ got a good exit.
He is, and he doesn't have DRS down this final part of the track, but he is going to be looking for a move on Kurtzky. But now he is going to have DRS, but he's getting such a good exit. Remember, look at the laps. 9 laps on those soft tires from Kurtzky. He is going to be starting the penultimate lap here in this race on 10-lap old soft tires. So that, I think this is where maybe...
This is it here. PBJ got that position.
Oh, and he's going. But look at that! Snoop Francis is spun. Snoop Francis is spun on the exit. Oh my goodness, that's crucial.
No.
For this race.
Oh.
Snoop Francis doing such a good job to keep that that 3rd place. Sorry, after getting that overtake done on Kurtzky. And man, so he's down to 9th place now, and Adam Klein is very close behind him, and it looks like he's going to be passed by Adam Klein there. And hopefully he doesn't have any damage. But so yeah, Kurtzky on the 10-lap old tires has now been passed by PBJ. So PBJ from 7th or 8th on the grid, I think, is now up into 3rd place. And that is really from just driving such a good, clean race. It's exactly what he needs for the Mercedes team, as his teammate unfortunately got that DNF earlier on in this race, just giving it everything. And Kurtsky on the old tires won't be able to do much unless he can pull something huge right now. This is really it. This is it for
This
Kurtsky's.
straightaway right here, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna make it or break it here for the Williams driver. If he can get this position now, it's gonna be his only chance to get the podium spot. So we're gonna keep an eye on this as he gains and gains and gains on PBJ, and he's gonna pull. Which way is he gonna go? He's gonna look for it down the inside, but look at that. Kubikins has gone past both of them. He's gonna. Oh my goodness! And he takes both cars into turn one. Incredible stuff from the AlphaTauri driver. PBJ is gonna have to take 4th place. I don't know what that was. Kurtsky was going to the inside, but he got blocked. PBJ moved over to defend, and that just opened the door for Kubikins out of nowhere. And the AlphaTauri is now going into Dell'Orazio gets pushed off the track, and PBJ's up into the podium spot, and Kubikins drops back down into 5th place, and Kurtsky's up into 4th place. Again. Wow, what incredible driving here from all 3 of these guys. Super fair and super close as well. It looks like both of these guys are struggling on their tires, but Kurtsky especially. And man, incredible. So, not what we were expecting to have happen. Ian's run away with this race, absolutely. He's almost even lapped Earl Jello. And Raptor is also quite a ways ahead of everyone else. So, as it stands, Ian around the Parabolica for the final time and takes it with the fastest lap again, a 120.3, about a second off from his qualifying. Raptor's going to come home to take 2nd place, but look behind him. Look at the drag race that's happening right now. It's PBJ for the Mercedes team who crosses the line to take 3rd place, followed by Kurtsky and Kubikins. Some incredible late action there from those guys. KTF Desmond picks up that 5-second penalty, which is going to drop him back down to 7th place. As Cody Carter from 20th on the grid up into 6th place. Some amazing points for him. Adam Klein as well is going to round the final corner to take that 9th place, actually, as Stu Francis had an unserved penalty, it looks like. And Israel. Yeah, so some unfortunate action from him earlier on. It cost him a little bit, but he's going to come home for 11th. I think he can be proud of that. Maybe no points to show for it, but he did keep his nose clean and was able to come home for 11th place. So good driving from him. Cubs, also a good performance for 12th place. The result may not show it, but that is a good drive from him. Earl Jello unfortunately had those connection issues, which saw him miss out on a large portion of this race. But man, I don't know. I'm standing right now.
Yeah, what a race. That was
some late action on those last couple of laps between the final spot. Let's see if we can get so some guys in the waiting room here. I don't know, Josh, if you can drag them in.
Not too sure if.
So as you can see, Ian for the first time this season is taking the top step of the podium, and he wins in Monza for first time Division 2 ZRL in the first season, first race at Monza.
He won the Div 3 race yesterday as well, right?
I'm not too sure, but
pretty sure he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
a race from him.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
So there you go, Ian with that P1 with Raptor very close behind. Raptor was absolutely flying as well. We kind of forgot to mention how fast he was going as because of how fast Ian was, but he was look at that, 13 seconds the gap between 3rd and 1st, so 6 or 7 seconds the gap between PBJ, who finishes 3rd place. Some great action from him. Kurtsky and Kubikins all doing an amazing job in the final stages of that race. Cody Carter, another good recovery drive. Points for the Haas driver, DRX Code, Alfa Romeo, Adam Klein, and Snoop Francis round out your top 10. As we get ready here, we're going to try to get some post-race interviews for you guys, and maybe just cool off because that was quite the race to watch here. So we'll get maybe some drivers in here. Let's see if we can get PBJ. I don't know if you've heard anything, Josh, from him.
He is in the waiting room right now, actually.
Okay, we'll drag him in. So here we go. PBJ, my man, how was that?
Oh, that was crazy.
Talk us through. So, those last couple of laps, we were on board with you and Kurtsky, and talk us through that Kubikins coming out of nowhere into turn one. How was that?
Dude, I didn't even know he was there, and I was totally focused on Kurtzky, and I think it was coming out of the first chicane. I saw or I heard him or something, and then I looked up and I was like, "Oh my God, Kubi's is here!" So it
Yeah.
became a three-way party. Yeah. And I don't that last lap incident in second chicane. I didn't know. I got to go back and look at that. I don't know what happened there, but that was good. That was good fighting for the last few laps there for
Yeah,
sure.
you definitely kept us on our toes. All three of you guys. That was some. That was. I think it was pretty clean. Um, some great racing action. So yeah, congratulations on that podium finish. Um, yeah, amazing stuff. We're definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to more of that.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the broadcast.
Yeah, no
Hey, good
worries.
work today, PBJ. That was
Thanks, man.
crazy.
All right. So I think that's it for the interviews. We don't doesn't look like we have anyone else at the moment. So we're gonna end it there, but stay tuned because in around 45 minutes time we're gonna be back with the Division 1 race at Monza. It's gonna be good. We hope that you'll stay and watch and enjoy. So on behalf of us here in the commentary booth, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
We could, yeah, sure.
Okay, so before we go, we have a couple special guests here. We'll bring them both in. So here we have our race winner Ian, followed by our second place finisher Raptor. So Ian, let's have a word with you. What a drive, man! So we were watching that basically start to finish. That was incredible. Basically, the gap you were able to pull at the beginning of not only the start but also those safety car restarts. So how was the race from your perspective?
Yeah, I felt really strong and paced the whole race. My race engineer Doug just kept me feeling um excited and what's the word, calm at the same time. I
Mhm.
said, "Do your race. You're way in front of them, and just be calm." And he kept me calm. Shout
Yeah,
out to him.
That's pretty solid.
and then
Yeah, that's certainly a way to show the league what you're about on your first race.
yeah, that's probably the ideal debut for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a race that
Yeah,
we really enjoyed watching that. So yeah, we hopefully we'll see more of that kind of action. We only have a couple races left here in season one. We've shortened our season a little bit. So yeah, we hope to see you fighting for those podium spots later on. And let's talk about Raptor, man. Um, we basically you were driving your own kind of race there at the end, just gapping everyone behind you. So talk us through the race from your perspective, because I think we kind of you kind of went unnoticed, but I mean, man, you were quick that whole 27 laps. So how was your race?
So, I mean, after watching Ian the first couple laps, the race essentially becomes he's not there, and the top position I can get is second place. That's what I focused because I knew if I tried to push or try to catch him, I was just going to end up crashing. So my race was just uh, keep keep hold of P2
And
and try to help.
were you talking with Kurtzky during the race? Because we wanted to know. He obviously stayed out for the at the final safety car and kept track position with those older soft tires. So were you trying to help him there at the end, just pulling him along to the finish line? Was there a little bit of team action going on?
I was trying to, but then he got too far back, and I wasn't sure if it's against the rules to slow down by that much. Because he was within like zero point 0.2 seconds, so I told him just to blast his ERS, and I won't use mine, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
just use my ERS as I'm dragging him along. But he messed up a corner and fell too far back, so I didn't know if I
Yeah.
should slow down or just keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what we were thinking. We were thinking maybe there's some team action going on. We saw it in qualifying and around the Temple of Speed. We're not too surprised. So thank you guys for the interviews. We appreciate the time. And so we're going to be back here in around 40 minutes time for the Division 1 race. So stay tuned, everyone. Bye-bye.